Indoor sunglasses engaged. Let's run it. Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going over Vinco Ventures, Vinco not so shrinko. We're going to the moon. Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern has been so intact. Name another YouTuber that brings such great due diligence, that's this handsome and this freaking wild. I'm waiting. You guys don't understand what I've been fighting through this week. I've been in the zone, okay? Let me explain it to you guys. We've been seeing this obvious Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. Instead of the community as a whole recognizing this, realizing this, and coming together, we see people fall for the traps left and right, get shaken out. The whole purpose of a Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern is to shake people off. It is to force bearish convictions. It is to make it look like a chart has topped off. In the final leg of the Wyckoff pattern, the spring, before you actually shoot to the freaking sky, that is where it looks like capitulation is about to set in and it looks like the stock is going to crash. That's where most people would hit their stop losses. That's where most people would sell out to de-risk. Market makers know this, and this is why a Wyckoff pattern exists in the first place, and this is why the stock is up 14% today. And it's crazy because I'm calling this out left and right on social medias. My voice is going to an absolute abyss. So here is the reaccumulation pattern. I made my video in after hours yesterday, giving you guys that one last golden opportunity to get into BBIG stock. Now the whole point of this spring right here is to break support, to make it look like it's done, to make it look like it's a downtrend right here in the creek, and then immediately reverse the tide, make it absolutely rocket like we saw today, and now it should consolidate around the resistance level. So the whole point of this is to force bearish convictions. I know a lot of you guys did have some more bearish convictions throughout this week. I see people in chat. So anyways, the entire point of what we saw this week was to ruin retail investors' conviction, get you guys to sell out of it and play other plays, and now jump back in at a higher price. That was the whole point of this week, and I guarantee it, more people wanted to buy AMC this morning after it ran 40% yesterday than BBIG, because BBIG is donezo. And the same people that wanted to buy AMC up 40% in a single day are the ones who are going to be buying BBIG now that it is up. You guys are welcome to buy it, all right? I'm not going to complain, but I wanted to help you guys out. I wanted you guys to understand this situation, and if you're coming to me right now asking if it's a good entry, my response is gonna quite simply be, where the heck were you all week? The same people were saying gap fill, gap fill, gap fill. I don't think we're going to get this gap fill. Guys, I never once said that BBIG was going to fill the gap. I didn't fall for it. I knew it wasn't going to fill the gap because BBIG doesn't do what makes sense. It doesn't follow normal price action. What you are seeing here is a very, very algorithmic price action that is quite literally used to make the most amount of people lose money. And we've seen gaps on this stock multiple times, as you guys can see right here. They don't fill the gap. What this stock does is it does exactly whatever the market maker wants it to do. It follows that code. So what you need to ask yourself when analyzing this stock, when doing your homework, is not what other retail investors are thinking. You want to be thinking as if you are a market maker. So why the heck would a market maker want BBIG stock to go up? It's very, very simple. It's this option chain for April 14th. It is extremely juicy, and it would be very, very terrible for a market maker to not take advantage of this. Now, doesn't a market maker want all of these contracts to expire out of the money? Yes, they do. So why would a market maker want to run up the stock price? Well, if we look at the January case study, they ran up the stock price to a high of $5.49 on January 18th. Options ended up expiring 3 days later on January 21st, as you guys can see right here. By the end of the day on January 21st, 2022, BBIG was at $3 a share after peaking out at $6 a share. They were able to drop BBIG's stock price 50% in 3 days. Did retail investors think this was a market maker move? No, retail investors were blaming other retail investors, calling it a pump and dump. And I get it, it looks like a pump and dump, but it's not. What you're seeing here in this January run up is that it was consistently running up like crazy. Then randomly one morning at 4 a.m., it decides to just shoot itself in the foot and sell off. And then it opens the next day red after having a very large after hours move. Do you really think it was retail investors right here at 4:30 a.m. in the morning selling this thing off and making it choke? Absolutely not. Even at 6:30, we see a big red candle there. Absolutely not. It's not retail investors doing this. Nothing pumps and dumps this perfectly. This is too perfect of a pump and dump to be a natural pump and dump. This was algorithmic, this was market maker driven, and they're doing the exact same thing right now, and you need to be aware of it. Retail investors did not suddenly get bullish today and decide to bring this thing up 14% intraday. It just is not the case, guys. If that was the case, BBIG would have pumped when it was the most bullish on social media this week. And I'll let you guys know what 2 times those were. It was right here on 321 after that initial pump. People were the most bullish. We saw the most amount of call buying pressure. But no, we did not see an enormous jump up in share price. Same thing right here on 324. Retail investors were very, very bullish. Did it lead to an increase in share price? No, the share price dumped off, further burning retail investors' money. And I can tell you for a fact, retail investors are probably feeling pretty bullish right now at 336, and they definitely were feeling pretty bearish at 294. I wonder how that works. Oh wait, that's exactly what the market maker wants you to think. So I'm trying my hardest, pulling out my paintbrush like Picasso, painting you guys a beautiful picture right in front of your face. It's your guys' choice. If you guys want to listen, it's your guys' choice if you want your emotions to take the best of you. But I have this thing planned to an absolute T. This is a market maker's game, so follow it. So anyways, I see this playing out 2 different ways in after hours. I can see an absolute pump up today. I can see a potential gap up in pre-market tomorrow, but that does not mean that this is super spicy bullish. What I do expect is some consolidation around the 226 level, and that would also be in line with what the Wyckoff says. But I think the most likely scenario is that it does not do that. It sees at least some type of positive movement here in after hours, gets people all pumped up, gets people all bullish before the market opens, and then it does what it does best, and it dumps off at market open back to 224, and then boom, everyone's calling it a pump and dump again. Everyone else is thinking it's dumb. Meanwhile, I'm sitting back here in my chair being like, okay, well, it's at 226 right now. That's where it's supposed to consolidate at. Well, maybe I'll load up my final call options on this bad boy while y'all are selling. So I definitely do expect some monkey business to happen here in after hours in pre-market tomorrow. And with that monkey business, the stock price could technically still increase from here in pre-market and after hours, but if it does increase, I do expect it to definitely dump off at market open tomorrow. Here's the unusual whales flow, my friends. $10,000 premium or more, ask side only, calls and puts, as you guys can see, and it's 100% bullish. So we're looking really good into April 14th. We got another spike up in call option volume today. Overall, I wanted to just rant about BBIG. I wanted to explain my conviction behind this play. And most importantly, I just wanted to educate people to understand what they are getting into. This isn't super cookie cutter. It isn't super easy to read. And I'm not trying to act like I'm some stock god. I know how everything moves. I don't. I'm just as dumb as anyone else. But but what I do know is that I've put so much time and research into BBIG. I don't want it to be undermined in these situations. There's so much FUD that can be thrown around. There's so much uncertainty that can be thrown around, and I get it. I understand. I hope I explained why I understand in today's video, but it's not going to take away from my conviction because I know exactly what they're doing and I know exactly why this thing is going to rip, and I encourage you guys to do the exact same thing. So drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, hit that post notification bell so you never miss an update here on this channel. Check out Moomoo if you want up to $7,000 in free stock as long as you deposit $1 on their platform, plus that free share of Neo, which only lasts 2 more days. At March 31st, you can no longer get your free share of Neo. Links are below to check out Moomoo. Also, Hootmoney trade alerts if you want to know when I'm buying, when I'm selling. BBIG, I'm still looking for buying because I still see more upside, obviously. You can join Hootmoney trade alerts. That's that first link in the description. Anyways, my friends, that's about it. I'll be seeing you guys next time.